high on the game now, but who else is going to step up? Can Foskey carry it? But starts on the defensive end. What does Catawba do to get some stops on these Saints?
Well, they're going to try to press. They're going to try to keep the ball out of Poe and Cargo's hands and force it into somebody else's hands.
It's a danger, too, if it reaches Hill. Ooh, Porter, good speed that time. Tips it out right away, though. (61-57). 4:44 to go. Oh, it's an open ball, and Limestone still able to track it down. Great job grabbing it, and then it's Newsom on the move, but she's denied by Foskey, who continues to be a force on both ends of the floor. Baker caught in the corner. Gutterman, the skip pass. Porter can't splash in what would have been a much-needed three. Oh, Gutterman nearly gets the jump ball. They're able to get it to Poe. Saints looking for their 14th win on the year. There's still 2 games under conference play. Oh, Gutterman takes it away from Hill. On the ground, possession is a jump ball, so that will go to Catawba.
Catawba's doing what they need to do, try to force some turnovers. Nearly had a couple, did get one, and a great job by Gutterman with the help defense that time to force the tie up.
Gutterman and Williams, some bench players earning the opportunity here. You know, no Bailey Goodlett right now. This is what we talked about. Spoke to Terrence McCutcheon about, like, hey, this is something that, you know, the focus is more intense by the other team. You're seeing some good competition too, and you know, it just led to some mistakes on her part too. And they still believe in Bailey, but I'm going to ride the hot hand, Ken. And right now, that's Ben Williams who's done a good job tonight.
I think Williams gives Catawba a little more on the defensive end with her size, guarding Reagan Cargo.
Good speed as well, which is something Bailey Goodlett offers this team too. Another zone look here. Try not to give any possessions. Over for Foskey. Open three for Williams that she can't bury. Foul against Catawba, and that's free throws.
That's where Limestone won the game last time down in Gaffney at the free throw line in the fourth quarter.
You're right.
They've got the advantage here again tonight.
Saints are in the bonus. Shelton at the line, 2 shots.
Wingate was her last game with multiple three-point field goals made. Only had 3 points against Emory and Henry. So Baker checks out. Interesting there by Coach McCutcheon, taking off his top shooter. Maybe, I was going to say offense to defense, but yeah, just maybe feeling like, maybe it feels like Janice gives them a better chance defensively and offensively right now at the moment.
And of the Saints, Shelton's probably who you want at the free throw line, 65%, one of the lower numbers.
She'll go 1 for 2, 62-57, so Clark goes there. So Baker's got 4 fouls. That's probably why Coach McCutcheon just being cautious with her. Still a lot of time left in this game. It's a 5-point Limestone lead. Gutterman looking around. Porter in the corner. Can't knock it down. Catawba with the double. Tipped around. Foskey gets it back and puts it in, plus the foul. Foskey fast and furious to the rim.
Great play by Foskey, just staying after it. Quick hands, able to come up with the ball, and also drawing the foul on the play. That's not what Limestone wanted, to give her a chance for a three-point play.
Whenever you talk to Janiah Foskey, she always talks about trying to keep the energy up. She was the Energizer Bunny on that play. 62-59. Oh, it will still stay a one-possession game, but Foskey couldn't knock down what would have been a much-needed free throw. Now Poe up ahead. No Nala Baker for Catawba. But still, and no Goodlett too. Foskey defending Hill. Good on good right here inside Hill. Oh, it's a foul against Janiah Foskey.
That was just good quickness by Kalisha Hill with her good first step. She got around Foskey and got inside position. Foskey forced the foul.
Hill so good in these late game spots, creating offense for the Saints. Splashes in the first. No longer a one-possession game. There's been a grueling, physical 4-round boxing match between Catawba and Limestone. And right now the Saints the lead with 3 to play. It's where if you're Coach McCutcheon, how long can you leave Nala Baker on the bench?
Not too long, I don't believe.
I would agree with that. But you also got to be careful with the 4 fouls, so we'll see how Coach McCutcheon ends up playing it. Coach Fox in his 19th year, trying to get what would be a huge win for his team. Catawba's tough to beat at home. It's happened a few times this year. A costly miscue. 15th turnover by Catawba there,
Ken. They
Ken.
can't afford to give away possessions at this point in the game.
It's also where Bailey Goodlet isn't in right now, too, because of some of the things there. So we are going to see Coach McCutcheon put Nala Baker back on, and they'll let her sub in, and she's going to come in for Jada Porter. Jim is quiet, but the intensity is up. Foskey Campbell's on the steal. Hill, full steam ahead, leaves the pass off. The jump hook won't fall for the Saints. Baker backs out of it. Foskey tried to thread the needle in the Spry. Spry is fouled. Clock is stopped, also big for Catawba. A good chance here to make it a one-possession game. Both teams in the bonus now.
I was watching that battle inside. Limestone was really making it tough for Mary Spry to get position, but she got just enough, and Foskey found her and got fouled on the attempt.
Spry will splash in the first free throw. Wants to go 2 for 2. Spry hits the second. Catawba takes a timeout. 30-second timeout, 64-61.
Have you ever wondered what this Cheerwine stuff is all about? Well, it's a soft drink, an amazing cherry soft drink with a one-of-a-kind fizz. And people who love it really love it. In fact, it's more than a soft drink. It's a lifestyle. Whether you're hanging out after practice, at the beach, online, hitting the books, or eating your favorite food, Cheerwine is the perfect companion. So give Cheerwine a try today. We know you're going to love it.
Catawba and Limestone locked in a good one inside Goodman Arena. J.G. Wistersill, Ken Anderson with me for the final 2:11 of this game. It's been an exhilarating showdown between Limestone and Catawba.
These teams hooked up in a 2-overtime thriller 2 years ago, one of the best basketball games I ever saw here at Goodman Gym. Catawba came out on top in that one, 84-79.
Well, we'll see where this one ends up ranking all time for you, too, as well, as it looks like we're in for an exciting finish. Hill brings it up. Shows you the confidence both teams have in their front court, with both Foskey and Hill handling ball handling duties at time. Poe puts it on the deck, and she traveled.
Frustrating night for Gracie Poe. Catawba just hasn't given her any space to operate at all.
Catawba can just roll it ahead. Saints are not pressuring. So Williams will now pick it up. Don't need a three if you're Catawba. Janice over to Williams. Nearly lost it. Janice denied. The long arms of Newsom knock it away.
Boy, did Newsom close out quickly on that one. Looked like Janice had a good look at it, but Newsom really got out in a hurry.
Catawba has plenty of time, like we said, Ken, too, with 143. Could easily go to Foskey down low. Williams will come off the screen and grab it. Baker around the corner. He wanted to give her a look. Shot clock down to 10. Janice forced the pass inside. Foskey can't pull it in. Turnover, Catawba.
Wasn't much of a window to get it through there. Janice nearly got it in there, but good help defense by Kalisha Hill.
I feel like that's one of those freshman-type plays, and they're going to take a look at this, I believe, just because of how close it was. This is one of those freshman-type plays where they draw it up, where Janice or whoever it is feeds, where they draw it up, where Janice feeds the possession. As we're going to take a hear what they're looking at in a moment, but Janice, probably that's how it's drawn up, is she's supposed to feed it into Foskey, but when it's not there, what do you do? That time she tried to force it. Our kind officials, referees, stopped by Ken and told us what they are looking at. What are they checking out?
They are checking to see who knocked the ball out of bounds. Ruling on the floor was last touched by Catawba, so it belonged to Limestone, but they're going to take a look at it.
They will take a look at it, so we'll step away for a moment. A review still going on here between our referees. They're trying to see whose possession it's going to be. Catawba's, Limestone's. What's going to happen? How'd you see it, Ken? We did not have a good angle. I don't want to put you in a bad spot
didn't
either.
have a good angle. But I thought maybe the Limestone defender got a piece of it. But the question is then, did it hit off of Foskey's fingertips before it went out of bounds?
I believe the call was Limestone ball. And they're being thorough. We'll see what possession ends up being. A long review process. As we mentioned, this game will play big dividends down the stretch. Several teams rooting for Catawba because if the Saints lose, they will, of course, stumble a little bit in the standings. Right behind Limestone is LR at 8-13. UVA Wise is 7-14. Both those in conference action. Tusculum still in it, 6-15-2. Would have to go on a run and get some help to get into, but lots of outcomes possible and available. Luxury of having a replay here. You can take multiple looks at it, multiple angles to try and get it right. You see, that's what they're doing here.
Of course, one team that's watching this and rooting for Limestone is Mars Hill, because they're the team that's behind Catawba in the standings, and they get Catawba on Saturday.
Yes, very true. So Limestone gets possession, 1:31 to go, or maintains possession, 1:31 to go. Cargo back to work for the Saints. Nice screen from Hill. Foskey nearly forced it out. Limestone going to call a timeout, and a good called timeout by Coach Fox. That was a close call, Ken. And Limestone will be down to 2 timeouts now. Both teams down to 2. This one coming down to the wire. Don't go anywhere. 1:31 to go. .112 to go. 64-61 Saints. Good timeout by Coach Fox. Each team with 2 timeouts in their pocket. Limestone going to work. Inside, it's a foul, and free throws for Shelton coming up.
That was on number 5, Janiyah Foskey. That's her third.
Third personal foul on Foskey.
Shelton, 2 shots.
So 2 shots for Shelton here. Shoots 64%. The Saints knock down another. Ken, it can always be crazy, when two teams play. Sometimes they're so different, yet other times stories similar. Free throws, once again, a key factor in this one.
I think Limestone's about 16 for 18. Catawba only 8 for 14.
And the Saints will knock down both. 66-61, 105 to go. A couple of these late turnovers haunting Catawba. They have now turned it over 16 times to the Saints 14. Less than a minute to go. Inside Spry. Oh, she was fouled. Nearly dribbled it off her own leg.
No, part of that was Shelton got a good hack on her on the wrist.
See offensive defense going on by Catawba as they put in Gutterman for the spacing. 66-61, and Spry can't hit it. That takes Catawba. They are now 53% at the free throw line tonight, Ken. And they will miss both. A crushing blow for Catawba there as our score unchanged. You got to be physical but not foul either. Or excuse me, physical, but it's actually probably okay if you do foul, Ken, with the possessions difference you got. I know you don't want to allow points, but you're also in a tough spot. You see Catawba trying to trap now. Cargo nearly coughs it away, and then the late foul comes in from Laura.
The early foul might not have been a bad play there. Then you get the late foul that negates all that good defense you played. And the wrong person if you're a Catawba fan at the free throw line.
Yes, it is in Cargo. We mentioned that 90% free throw shooter. She drains the first. Saints are outscoring Catawba 17-13 in the fourth quarter.
Make here makes it a 3-possession game.
Oof. Terrence McCutcheon timeout. It's tough, Ken. Very tough if you're Catawba. You need threes, and you need turnovers. And missed free throws, too, honestly.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot for Catawba to get back in. But one thing we know in this gym, it's not over till it's over.
Late game execution, so key. So Janiyah Foskey with 23 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 9 boards, so 1 away from a double-double. But like we talked about, who else has it been? Spry got it going a little in the second half. Gutterman and Baker, your second and third leading scorers in the first half, they combined for just 2 second-half points so far.
Yeah, and I think that credit Limestone. They figure Foskey's going to get her points, just shut everybody else down.
They have. They have done a great job of exactly that. Williams gets it. They hand off to Baker. Catawba has to go quickly. Baker, the space needed for the three. Gutterman collects the miss, takes the quick shot. Not that time. Foskey the follow. She will put it in. Limestone decided to burn a timeout. So Catawba and the Saints each down to 1 timeout. For Catawba, it's 68-63 Saints. 24 seconds to play with on Flow Sports. Got to get a steal or foul the right free throw shooter, but also it's where if you're the Saints, you put the right free throw shooters in place, gives you a good opportunity.
I would imagine they'll have all good free throw shooters out there. And they'll have a play set up to make sure the ball gets in one of those players' hands.
Such a fun matchup it's been tonight. We thank you again all for joining us. Matchup between Catawba and Limestone got underway about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one. So we'll be back with you here after that. Catawba all huddled up talking strategy. This is not what's interesting. Sometimes you see them go with a defensive lineup, but Laura still on the bench. Dixon Booker is too. Catawba playing 3, honestly, who's been 3 of their 4 big front court players tonight, Ken, too. So still kind of operating more for offense right now, and maybe they're just thinking they'll have to do the quick foul.
Well, they need Gutterman size-wise to match up with some of the Limestone players on the court.
That's true. Saints able to dictate some of the play. Catawba's going to concede that full court pass basically, but Limestone was still able to get it into cargo. Just got to be careful not to foul, and it'll be a jump. Is that jump ball? Oh, it is jump ball, but possession arrow to Limestone. 21 seconds to work with.
I'm sure that was covered in the timeout. If you get tied up, go ahead and let them tie you up because we still get possession.
Yep, that's where it helps Coach Fox having that experience. Shelton the inbounder. 5-point game. 21 seconds to play. Limestone will get it in quickly, and that time Catawba does commit a very quick foul.
Well, Catawba did a good job. They didn't let him get it into the good free throw shooter's hands. They have Clark at the line, and she's only at about 56%.
It's actually Newsome, but 82%, so still pretty
Not
good.
the right
But
person.
that's she will hit the first. Free throws, free throws, free throws. Sometimes games come down to those margins. It's an 11 differential at the free throw line for Limestone. Make it 12 after that one. It is 70-63, and Catawba calls a timeout with 20 seconds to go. The difference in the free throw line. 21 for 23. That's 91% for Limestone. 8 of 16 for Catawba. 50% on opportunities at the charity stripe.
That's been the difference in the ballgame. Catawba's played a pretty good game defensively. Didn't get the offense they needed from anybody other than Foskey, though, and that's the difference in the game is Cargo and also Shelton able to help out Kalisha Hill.
Yeah, Catawba's fallen in love with the long ball a little bit. They're just 5 and 19 from the outside, but even the Saints, they're only 7 of 12, so the difference between that is 58% versus 26%. Then you look for Catawba field goal percentage. Both are even at 42%. Catawba's made 4 more shots, Ken. But those free throws, like we mentioned.
Also, don't overlook the contribution Aaliyah Jones gave him before she got injured in the first half. 11 points in the first half for her.
Yes, she did. That was a huge surge. And even though a lot of the first half impact players, Jones due to injury, we still haven't seen Baker and Gutterman score. Baker were just once in the second half. Hill and Foskey, both the stars, showed up in the second half. 16 turnovers for Catawba. 19 points off those 16 Catawba turnovers. Catawba has 38 points in the paint, way more than the Limestone currently does, but still, Catawba give it back to Baker. Baker just got to go, and that play did not go to the plan of Coach McCutcheon. Catawba just got to force something. Foskey, she was fouled. Fouled for a 3. So at least gives you an opportunity, a little, still, it's not completely over. It's 11 seconds. It's not looking good, but it's not over.
Yeah, it took a little bit too much time for Catawba. Still.
Looks at it, and then Andrew King will finish at the cylinder.
And another turnover against this zone pressure, and then a kickball there by like you said, they don't really turn the ball over, but they saw something on film.
Tejada with the bucket. He's got 6. That will curtail what was the 7-0 run by the Phoenix. Get things knotted up for the 3rd time on the night. This is Sherry with it. Sam working off of the right side. Now simply trying to find the lane. Spinning against Suleiman. Lost it, got it back. Sends it to Harrell. Now right back to Sherry. Corner right side. He can't get that to go, and it's May with the rebound. Front court come the Tigers. Downstairs. Catch is made by Sam. Abdus Sam, junior from out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Pat Scary will go 10 to 11 deep, and he's been true to the word here in the opening half. As May will fire for the triple. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Suleiman, blocked away by Van Komen. Suleiman got it back, though, to Hunter for the triple, and that's no good over the end line. It'll send us to the under 8 media timeout. Give the Phoenix credit. An early 5-point lead turned into a 5-point deficit. But the group that won by double digits in Wilmington on Saturday night has counter-punched it back to a tie ball game at 22. Back we come to Schar Center. This is Elon Basketball from Elon Sports Vision.
Great medicine and world-class athletics come together at Duke. The Urbanic Sports Science Institute leads this collaboration in treating all sports-related issues from injuries to improving performance. We pride ourselves on offering the best clinical care for all athletes, all ages, and all skill levels. To learn more, visit dukehealth.org or call 919-813-6860.
At McGurk's Pub, you'll feel the Philadelphia brotherly love in the food and atmosphere. Home to the tidal wave and the best cheesesteak south of Philly. McGurk's also has a local craft beer selection that pairs perfectly with our delicious nachos. Bring your friends and family to McGurk's, the best eats and atmosphere in Eli.
Dear Triad, we see you driving by us every day, whether off to work or ready to play, heading over to a beautiful park, just in time for a fun family walk, or windows open, zipping around for quick bite with friends right downtown. Your Toyota takes you most everywhere, and we ensure you get there with the utmost of care. Oh, Triad, we sure love you dearly. Yours, most sincerely, Cox Toyota. Before you buy, give Cox a try.
Discover your gateway to the Elon experience with a stay at the Inn at Elon, a 4-star boutique hotel nestled in the heart of one of the nation's most beautiful campuses. Their mission, a stay with a purpose, ensures that 100% of profits from your stay and meals go directly to supporting student scholarships. Enjoy fine dining at the Mark, along with exceptional hospitality throughout your stay. Learn more and book your visit at theinnatelon.com.
Third tie of the ball game at 22 with under 8 minutes left to play in the opening half with Will Robertson and Jack Marcus on the Elon sideline. I'm Taylor Durham. What jumps out to you the first 12 minutes, pal?
It's really the kind of the pace of the game and how quickly Towson is shooting the ball. You know, they've taken 11 threes already, and they're wasting no time. I don't know. I guess that's probably part of their plan, so they don't have to play against that set defense of Elon. But just kind of the quick pace and the quickness of the shots they're attempting.
This is TK Simpkins for the three from the corner. Can't get it to go, and Tejada with the rebound. Williamson, May, Tejada. Now moves it away to Williamson. He'll send it to Suleiman. Suleiman driving on the baseline, lays it in. Tomiwa Suleiman has got 4 on the ball game. Towson back in front. Not only 3 ties, but 4 lead changes. This is Van Komen. Oh, nice drop down spin move, and the jump hook good, and he calls Bankwell off of the jump hook. Van Komen's first field goal of the night. There's a lot to unpack there.
There really is. The biggest, one thing there is that he's almost a foot taller than the guy guarding him. As Towson's post players are only about 6'6".
Tejada's got 8 in the opening half, 26-24. Tigers retake the lead.
Yeah, and Tejada's really smooth with that mid-range. So against that Elon zone, what's open is that free throw line jumper. If he's the guy that shoots it, Elon's in trouble.
This is Simpkins driving down the lane, and TK gets it to go from about 13 feet.
And he's been really aggressive tonight. You can see kind of the carryover from Wilmington, that confidence from scoring 32 points. He's been real aggressive, whether it be shooting the 3 or looking to attack.
Williamson, Jones, This is Suleiman from the corner and good. Suleiman knocks down his 26th triple on the season.
He's not exactly bashful either, is he?
Hope his 75th attempt on the year. Well, I think there's a lot of credit, though, to what you said earlier. As King down the lane, ball knocked away. Suleiman will hit the floor. So will multiple Phoenix. And the alternating arrow will go the way of the Tigers. As Crump and Tawan Simpkins will get in. Isaac Harrell will have a seat. And Matt Van Kumen will have a seat as well for the Phoenix. I think Towson's trying to work quickly right now to not let the zone get set.
Yeah, I think so. And when they've had success, that's what they've done a lot of times is kind of get the Phoenix in rotation, get them running back in transition, as opposed to situations like this where you see Elon's going to have a chance to set their defense, get in that 1-2-2 press, back to their zone, and kind of take Towson out of what they want to do.
Tigers came in 9th in the conference offensively in terms of shooting it so far, 46.2%. They are miles above their average on the season from 3, 42%, and came in at 35 in league play. Williamson trying to work away from the double team, gets it to Tejada. Tejada front court, and Tawan Simpkins reaching in, or so says Mark Schnurr.
Yeah, and even Tejada looking to attack there didn't look very comfortable. Almost had a turnover again against that pressure.
14-plus minutes gone by before the first Phoenix penalty of the evening. And Tyler Tejada will impound it. Williamson in between the circles. The running commentary from Roger Ayers is one of the things to listen to throughout the evening. Tejada moves it away to Jones. This is Williamson. Now Tejada will fire for the triple. That's no good. Crump with the rebound.
And another stagnant possession by Towson.
Nice look downstairs to Wanda Sherry. Sam, though, cannot finish, then tried to get it back. And Crump tried to get it back. Suleiman, though, clears it. Williamson, Suleiman, Tejada. May, Phoenix do a good job getting back defensively. Suleiman, top of the key for the three. That's no good. May had a hand on the rebound. Then Jones slapped it away from Sherry, and they'll say last touch by the Tigers. It'll be Phoenix basketball.
Yeah, again, Suleiman letting that thing fly. Again, only about a 30% three-point shooter, but he is wasting no time. He's already got up 8 shots tonight.
Kendall Campbell in the ball game. Campbell making an appearance in his 13th league game and 3rd straight league game. King, Campbell, Sherry, Simpkins, and Simpkins on the floor. TK at the top. Moves it away to Tawan. He'll fire right side for the three and good. Tawan Simpkins has got 7 in the opening half, and the Phoenix get it knotted back up, Will.
Yeah, good job on those screens right there by Tawan, running off the baseline screens. Tart shot the gap and was unable to recover in time.
Williamson to answer at the other end. Can't get it to go, and it's Sherry with the rebound. Phoenix trying to run one of the rare opportunities they've had in the opening half. Simpkins cannot finish at the rim. Campbell tried to put the hand on it, and they'll say knocked out of bounds by Tejada. It'll be Elon basketball when we roll on. Final media timeout of the opening half. Tigers have missed on their last 4 from the floor. It's allowed the Phoenix to knot things at 29. This is Elon basketball from Elon Sports Vision. To the Elon sideline we go. Phoenix and Tigers knotted up at 29. And Jack, in some ways, this has not been the tempo that I think either ball club thought they may see. Tigers came in second best in the league in terms of conference game scoring defense and 28th nationally overall.
Taylor, you're absolutely right. Coach Taylor, inside the huddle, he's been talking about controlling pace. We see when the Phoenix are able to set up their defense here down at their end, they're able to cause those turnovers from their front court pressure. They're talking about pace. They're talking about staying on the boards. Right now, the Phoenix are being out-rebounded, and with their 7-4 presence, that should never be the case, Taylor.
Simpkins for the triple, cannot get it to go, Jack, but he will draw the contact. And Dylan Williamson, I do believe. So says Adam Floor. It'll be Williamson's first. It'll be team third. And TK Simpkins to the free throw line for the 3-shot opportunity.
Yeah, some rare free throws tonight, as this will be Elon will be up to 7 free throws after this, and Towson's still yet to attempt a free throw. I'm sure Coach Scary and the rest of his staff will let the officials know that they have not been to the free throw line yet.
72.8% of the year, and Simpkins missing the second one. Mentioned earlier, 32 on Saturday night, second most in the modern era. 4th time a Phoenix player has hit the 32 number. We're going to go back into the Wayback Machine and start bringing up some names that Will remembers from his days on the bench. Last guy to do it, Tyler Sebring, January of 2019.
That's a lot of points.
Show backcourt pressure. Tejada gets it front court to Lowry and to Williamson. And Dylan Williamson says, okay, let's slow it down just a little bit after Simpkins hit 2 of the 3. Here we go, Will, talking about pace, and now all of a sudden Towson gets it in the half court and content to spend a little bit of time, although Lowry misses badly on the jump hook.
Yeah, working against the shot clock there. It got down to 13 before they did anything with the ball.
Sherry over the top of Tejada, can't get it to go, and the Tigers with the rebound. Lowry and Simpkins. That's Tawan. Lowry will rip it away, and Tawan whistled for the personal. His second, that will be team second. So both fouls in the opening half on Simpkins, and Tawan will have a seat. Isaac Harrell in the ball game. Front court, Towson breaks the pressure. This is May going baseline. He'll try to climb the ladder on Sherry. Can't get it to go. And to the other end go the Phoenix. TK for the triple. Left wing and good.
Man, he is not hesitating at all tonight. He is looking for that shot. Again, feeling that confidence left over from Saturday night.
His 4th of the evening, his 46th on the year. Phoenix had matched their largest lead in the opening half. This is Williamson for the triple. He's been the answer for Towson in the opening half, and Dylan Williamson knocks it home. He's got 12 in the opening frame. Everything has come from the long-range side of life. 34-32. Phoenix watch it cut to a 2-point advantage. Will Towson has made 6 triples on the evening. Williamson has got 4 of them. May and Suleiman have got the other 2. Elon's made 6 triples. Simpkins, TK that is, has got 4 of them. Simpkins, Tawan, and Isaac Harrell have got the other 2. TK and Dylan Williamson can just clear everybody else out of the building right now.
Yeah, if you didn't have those 2 guys' percentages, both teams would be shooting a terrible percentage from 3. Both of them are 4 out of 5. The rest of the teams would be in the teens in their shooting percentage. But the number that jumps out to me about this game in general with the 3-point shooting is just the sheer volume of attempts that we've seen tonight. Right. 15 attempts out of 26 shots for Elon, 16 attempts out of 33 shots for Towson. So well over half the shots we've seen put up in this game have been beyond the 3-point line.
Following the Tiger timeout, which was the use it or lose it 30, King, Sherry, Simpkins, Van Komen, and Isaac Harrell. This is TK down the lane trying to go back to Van Komen. Knocked away, and Towson will race it to the other end, and Tejada will lay it in. And just like that, Tyler Tejada, the Rookie of the Year from last year, and Dylan Williamson, the 1-2 punch, answered the 5-point Phoenix lead on a 5-0 Towson run.
Yeah, you can't let, again, those easy baskets, transition baskets for Towson. Towson's having a little bit of trouble scoring in the half court. You don't want to give them anything easy.
Simpkins down the lane. TK tried to elevate one to Van Komen. And I believe Roger Ayers is going to say last touch by the Tigers. And so it will remain Elon basketball.
Yeah, Coach Scary did not agree with that call that it should have remained Elon ball.
The 55-year-old native of Medford, Mass, as head coach Billy Taylor will take his use it or lose it 30-second timeout, 9 on the shot clock, and $1:59 on the game clock. You and I were talking during the shoot around with the head coach. It's fascinating the success that Towson has had. They play this evening for an opportunity at a 4th straight 20-win season. If they can win 2 of the final 4, they'll get it done in the regular season. They're doing all of this while leading the league in scoring defense, top 30 nationally. And Pat Scary's only been coach of the year in this league one time in 2013.
Yeah, and you got to think back to when he took this program over. It was at like the bottom.
15 straight losing seasons and 1 win the year before he got there.
Right, and 1 win his first year too, I believe. So we're not talking about just the bottom of the CAA. We're talking about one of the worst teams in the country. And with a win tonight or whenever they get their next win, he will become the all-time winningest coach in the history of Towson basketball.
King on the inbounds. This is Simpkins with it on the baseline. Can't get it to go, but Andrew, who had 7 rebounds on Saturday night, grabs what will be rebound number 2. King, top of the key. This is Harrell, left wing for the triple and good. And Isaac simply gives the point to the passer that time as Harrell knocks home his second 3.
And just like with TK Simpkins, you can see the confidence growth in Isaac Harrell. Just from that one game, just from that one successful game against Wilmington, he's come out much more aggressive tonight.
Tejada down the lane, and it's either King or Van Komen. I believe it's going to be King. And now all of a sudden, Roger Ayers stands in on Matt Van Komen. Van Komen simply took the ball and slammed it to the ground. And when you're 7'4", the ball can escalate a little bit higher than it can at 6'2".
Yeah, Tejada took a shot after the whistle, and Van Komen didn't want to let Tejada feel good about himself and make a shot, so he blocked it straight down. You know, if you slam the ball, it's a technical foul, but Mark Schnurr did the right thing and said, hey, I understand it was because Tejada shot it was the reason that he did it.
This is Williamson. He'll flip away to May right at the foul line of the zone. Can't get it to go. Sherry with the rebound. Game clock rolls to under a minute. Phoenix have led by as many as 5. Chance to grab their largest lead of the opening half on this trip. Simpkins off of the Sherry handoff. In between the circles, this is Harrell.
Yeah, pretty stagnant possession so far for Elon.
King down the lane, left it for Van Komen. He didn't fully release the hammer, but he simply lays it over the top of the cylinder. Matt's got 4 in the opening half.
Yeah, nice job by King there to kind of bail out what was a bad possession, create penetration, create the help, and throw it up to the big fella.
And the Tigers will simply hold for the final look of the half. Williamson, King on him defensively. Tejada right back to Williamson. 5 on the shot clock. Williamson down the lane, can't get it to go, but it's Jones on the tap, follow of the putback that will get it to go. They'll sling it to the other end. It would not have counted had it gone, but the Phoenix will head to the halftime break in front by 3, 39-36 on the ball club that came into the evening with the second longest active win streak in college basketball at 12 straight. Jack Marcus is on the Elon sideline, and he's got the head coach in Billy Taylor. Jack?
Coach, up 3 at half after 20 to the number 1 team in the conference. What'd you like out of those first 20?
Yeah, I think we're really competing, and we're trying to share the basketball. So I love the fact that the ball is moving. We've got to have a little bit better spacing at sometimes. We had a few careless live ball turnovers that led to runouts, but overall the ball movement has been really good.
You talked about sharing the basketball. That's not necessarily what Towson is doing. How have you been able to stop their defense and limit them to basically 4 scorers throughout?
Yeah, you know what? We're trying to fly around. It's tough. They got a lot of guys that can score the basketball. They're trying to make it difficult, and again, trying to force everything, funnel it into Matt, and see if you can contest it at the rim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Taylor.
Jack, thanks so much. As always, our thanks to the head coach, Billy Taylor, for his halftime thoughts. He talked about moving the basketball in the opening half. You can tell it's been a focal point since last Thursday, Will.
Yeah, and you see that reflected in the 8 assists so far in the first half, a great number. We've been at around 8 assists a game before Saturday night, so good to see that number up there again.
Phoenix lead by 3 at the break. Hampton Farms halftime report begins. A full deck awaits on a Thursday night in league play with just 4 games left in the CAA regular season. We unpack it all next. This is Elon Basketball from Elon Sports Vision.
Tickets are on sale now for the 2025 Jersey Mike's CAA Men's Basketball Championship, which will be played March 7th to 11th at Care First Arena in Washington, D.C. Be a part of the excitement as 14 teams battle for a conference title and a berth in the NCAA tournament. Go to Ticketmaster.com or CAASports.com/MBB to secure your seat today.
Elon in front by 3 at the break. Halftime entertainment on this Thursday night. It's got everybody staying in their seats and enjoying the intermission activity. We mentioned earlier, normally a full boat of 7 games in league play, but due to the winter weather in the Tidewater of the Commonwealth, Hampton and William and Mary have made other plans. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. One of them directly impacts the Phoenix. Second half, 13 minutes left to play in Newark at the Bob Carpenter Center. Delaware has come from being 10 down in the first 3 minutes to tie Drexel at 51. Loser of this one slots into the 11, and right now that means they'll play opening round Friday night, so it could be the Blue Hens that open things up in their final go-round in the nation's capital for the CAA Basketball Championship. In East Greensboro, Campbell continuing to run. The Campbells lead the Aggies 25-15. Campbell, one of the ball clubs that opens the night, 3 games in front of the Phoenix, Monmouth, and Northeastern in that battle between 5 and 6 in the seeding chart. Charleston leads by 6 at Northeastern. Cougars are also one of those teams at 10-4. Northeastern's an interesting ball game to watch. They start the night with the Phoenix and Monmouth at 7-7. And we mentioned the Fighting Hawks of King Rice, Speedy Claxton's ball club, that right now is slotted to go opening round Friday. And for some had been left for dead. All of a sudden leads by 16 at home in Hempstead at the Max Sports Complex at the under 4 media timeout. You see the bottom two notes, Stony Brook, Hampton, UNCW, and William and Mary. Here's the key note to remember about the Seahawks and the Tribe. First off, William and Mary will show up here Saturday night at 7 p.m. After having not played in 7 days, and both of them will close the regular season going 4 games in 8 nights, Saturday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, with regards to the schedule for all 4 of those teams, the Seahawks, the Tribe, the Sea Wolves, and the Pirates. And remember, you see the name Stony Brook, the 4th game in 8 days would be the Phoenix on a Saturday night in Long Island for Senior Day at Stony Brook. Only one top 25 game. We'll get that to you, plus more, when the Hampton Farms halftime report rolls on to the break. Phoenix lead by 3. This is Elon basketball from Elon Sports Vision.
Hampton Farms peanuts, roasted with delicious flavor inside the shell. Available in salted, unsalted, and Cajun hot in the produce section of a grocery store near you. Shell, yeah.
At McGurk's Pub, you'll feel the Philadelphia brotherly love in the food and atmosphere. Home to the tidal wave and the best cheesesteak south of Philly. McGurk's also has a local craft beer selection that pairs perfectly with our delicious nachos. Bring your friends and family to McGurk's, the best eats and atmosphere in Eli. Alamance Community College invites you to step through our doors into a world of opportunity. It's the perfect place to find your key to success. Earn a 2-year degree at ACC through hands-on training in more than 40 careers. Go to the head of the class in today's technology-driven workplace. Want a 4-year degree? ACC can help you start your BA through university transfer. Earn your first 2 years of credits at a fraction of the cost. Click on alamancc.edu to learn more.
Dear Triad, we see you driving by us every day, whether off to work or ready to play. Heading over to a beautiful park, just in time for a fun family walk. Or windows open, zipping around for quick bite with friends right downtown. Your Toyota takes you most everywhere, and we ensure you get there with the utmost of care. Oh Triad, we sure love you dearly. Yours, most sincerely, Cox Toyota. Before you buy, give Cox a try.
We all have our own way of getting business done. You know how to wow them. We know how to help turn your big ideas into reality.
Loved your plan to expand the business. Here's what I can do.
Atlantic Union Bank. Any way you bank.
Hampton Farms peanuts, roasted with delicious flavor inside the shell. Available in salted, unsalted, and Cajun hot in the produce section of a grocery store near you. Shell, yeah.
We all have our own way of getting business done. You know how to wow them. We know how to help turn your big ideas into reality.
Loved your plan to expand the business. Here's what I can do.
Atlantic Union Bank. Any way you bank.
39-36, halftime entertainment's keeping them entertained on a Thursday night before the Phoenix and Tigers with 20 more minutes in the books for the final midweek home game in CAA conference play. We mentioned light night in the top 25, only one ball game on the docket in the top 25 this evening. Out of the Big Ten, Southern Cal and 20th ranked Maryland. They'll go in College Park at 8:30 this evening, and we'll get a chance to introduce you to our entire Elon Sports Vision crew in the second half. This evening starts a busy weekend working until Sunday afternoon. And you look at the schedule. Tomorrow afternoon, Max Wallace and I'll see you from Walter C. Latham Park to begin the weekend set for Elon baseball with Binghamton in town. Then Elon Sports Vision's back in this building tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for women's hoops. Best of luck to Charlotte Smith and the Phoenix women, who will try to make it 2 straight Friday night wins after the victory over UNCW on the road last weekend. Josh Hexter's ball club at Rudd Field at high noon on Saturday afternoon to welcome in the Rams of VCU. Mike Kennedy's ball club, the Saturday set at 2 p.m. Versus Binghamton. And then Will and I'll see you once again for Elon and William and Mary Saturday night at 7 p.m. Charlotte Smith's ball club draws Drexel at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And at that same time, the Phoenix baseball program will close out the 3-game weekend set with Binghamton and Walter C. Latham. We greatly appreciate all of the folks with Elon Sports Vision and all that they do throughout the weekend. We will return next. Highlights and stats come your way from the opening half. Phoenix up 3. This is Elon basketball from Elon Sports Vision. Phoenix lead by 3 at the break. Let's get you a look at the stats as both ball clubs right now gathering around their respective head coaches. Billy Taylor in his 3rd season. Pat Scarry in his 14th year, as Will mentioned, with a win this evening, the win streak to 13 straight. He also becomes the Tigers' all-time winningest head coach. 2 numbers that jump out. First off, Will, at that pace, only 7 turnovers in the ball game. Second thing is Phoenix do a great job finishing with a flurry. They lead the rebounding edge over the program that has been the gold standard in that category for as long as you and I can remember.
Yeah, I think both teams, you mentioned the turnovers first, both teams got to feel really good about their assist-turnover ratio. Towson 10-3, Elon 8-4. Both teams got to be feeling really good about that. In the rebounding battle, again, as you mentioned, Towson's the team that's kind of known as the bully of the CAA, pushing people around, getting the rebounds. But Elon did a great job in that first half, out-rebounding them 20-18, and ended up with ahead in the second chance points as well, 7-6.
13 of 32 combined from long range. Phoenix make one more, and they lead by that 3-point margin. Elon leads at the break for the 16th time on the year. They're 12-3 in the prior 15. Towson trails at the break for the 15th time on the year. They are 6-8 in the prior 14. Hard to believe a group that has won 18 games trails at the half for the 15th time on the season. Just tells you how complete the Tigers have had to be in this 12-game win streak, Will.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned it earlier how close a lot of their games have been. They've won 12 in a row, but only 3 of those games have been by more than 10 points. So they're used to playing in close games and have been successful so far.
Suleiman on the opening foul. His second becomes the Tiger first in the final 20 minutes of play. This is to Juan Simpkins. Sends it away to Van Komen. Now the handoff right back to Simpkins. Sends it away to Sherry. Now up top to Juan. Thought about it. Pump fake. Now in the lane and got the bucket to go. Jones came up to try to stop him, and Simpkins simply floated it right over the top of him.
Yep, and a great start for Elon to start the half with a bucket. It's sometimes hard coming out of halftime, getting that energy up when you got the ball first, but Elon was able to execute and get an opening basket.
Remember, a 5-0 run to begin the night by the Phoenix. This is Tejada at the foul line. Nice slip to Jones going down the lane. Count the bucket in the foul. And I believe it's TK Simpkins. Excuse me, it is TJ Simpson to Juan Simpkins, and it'll be his third. It is team first. Will, the guy from Brooklyn has all the penalties in his back pocket so far.
Yeah, and that could be big. If Elon looks like Coach Taylor's going to leave him out there for now, he's got to be really careful with 19 minutes to go not to pick up an early 4th foul and have to be at the bench for a long time.
Messiah Jones knocks home the free throw. First free throw attempt of the night for the Tigers. Towson's watch Jones now with 5 on the night. Phoenix lead by 2. Simpkins sends it away to Simpkins. TK to Tawan, now right back to TK. TK driving in the lane, got caught. Sends it right back to his twin. Tawan working on the CAA Rookie of the Year from last season. Baseline now to Sherry. Shot clock at 1. Sam the jump hook off the back of the iron. That's no good. Suleiman with the rebound. Tejada for the triple. That's no good. And Sherry with the rebound. This is Sam down the lane. And lost it going over the end line. And they'll say last touched by the Phoenix.
Yeah, the last 2 possessions, Towson's played their brand of defense. Tough, physical, hard-nosed, man-to-man defense, and Elon has not been able to create anything. Elon now going back to that 1-2-2 pressure that they had so much success with in the first half.
May will get in front court from Williamson and right back to the third-year sophomore from out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
And again, they didn't get a turnover there, but it's 20 on the shot clock before Towson can do anything.
Tejada down the lane, off the window, no good. Sherry with the rebound. King moving front court. Andrew down the lane, stop, pop, no good. Van Komen can't put his hands on it. Williamson with the rebound. Towson does not have the numbers. Tejada will drive it. Around the horn they go. May from the corner and good. Christian May has got 8 on the night, his second triple.
Yeah, great ball movement there by Towson and impressive concentration by May. He had Van Komen running at him. It takes a lot of concentration to keep your eyes on the rim when you got a 7-4 guy coming out at you.
7th lead change of the night gives the Tigers the advantage. TK, top of the key, step back for the triple. Suleiman got a hand on it, no contact. Towson out of there with it. Long lead. Williamson tried to throw the touchdown strike to Suleiman and simply throws it over the top of him over the end line. It'll be Elon basketball.
Yeah, good defense here by Suleiman. He's a 4-man that can switch out onto guards. He's been doing it all night. Great job there getting a piece of the 3-point attempt and almost had a run-out layup, but just wasn't able to corral the pass.
We thought Christian may get the yeoman's responsibility on TK Simpkins. Are you shocked, Will, how they're now changing guys, it seems like, every 2 or 3 times down?
Yeah, I mean, he's starting on him for the most part, but Elon's running so many screens that a lot of times he ends up switching on to a different guy.
Simpkins to Sherry down the lane, and the jump ball is called, and a good job that time by the Tigers to simply stick a hand in and secure it on Sam in the transition.
Yeah, Elon had a 3-on-2 right there. I'm sure they'd love to get that one back. Anytime you have numbers you want to convert. Great job there by Jones. Kind of had his back to the ball, but was able to get a hand in there to create the jump ball.
Substitution in the ball game. Tawan Simpkins will sit. Sam Sherry will sit. Isaac Harold and Braden Crump in. Isaac was 6 points in the opening half. This is Tejada for the triple and good. Tyler Tejada, his first long-range bucket of the evening, 6 field goal.
And Towson did a good job screening the zone right there, and Elon wasn't able to match up, which led to the open shot.
In between the circles, Simpkins with May on him defensively. Here comes the double team. That's Harold. Now right back to Simpkins. Shot clock goes to 8. TK trying to leave the double team. Can't. Takes it to the foul line to Crump to King. King will fire for the 3. That missed everything. Van Komen trying to save it and cannot. Phoenix are going to argue they thought it touched part of the rim.
I didn't think so.
And now Adam Floor, Roger Ayers, and Mark Schnurr will gather. They'll take the official timeout to do so. And head coach Billy Taylor pleading his case as they'll go to the monitor. Tigers, though, right now in a 9-0 run. They have wiped away the 5-point Phoenix lead, and they lead by 4. Back we come to Char Center. This is Elon Basketball from Elon Sports Vision.
Reviewed and the call was
Quick reminder that thinking about finding your new home, then look no further than the newest property within a 10-minute drive to campus. Hawthorne and Brentwood Farm, located on Highway 70, the life you deserve and a place to live it. It'll be Tark, Williamson, Tejada, May, and Mbea for the Tigers to work against King, Simpkins, Harold, Van Komen, and Crump for the Phoenix. In case you're late joining us, welcome in. TK off of 32 on Saturday night at 16 in the opening half as Tejada down the lane. And Adam Floor with the call. Are they going to get TK on the contact? And indeed they are. Van Komen thought it was originally on him. Good job that time, Will, to show the replay. And you can see 3 kind of reach his hand on the back end.
Yeah, and I'm assuming this was a halftime adjustment by Towson, but they've started to ball screen the zone, which has been giving Elon problems here in the last couple minutes because that's collapsing the Elon zone. That time they did not collapse, and Tejada was able to get in the middle for a layup. On the play before, Tejada was able to get an open 3 because the defense collapsed and they kicked it out to him. So interesting to keep an eye on that moving forward.
CAA Rookie of the Year last year, first team individual honor from the league for a Towson Tiger since Nicholas Timberlake captured the 6th man in 2019. Makes one of the 2 free throws. Tejada's got 14 on the night. Came in averaging 6th best in the league at almost 16.5 per contest. Simpkins down the lane, got the hang, and gets the bucket to go. Simply climbs the ladder on Mbea and ends the 10-0 Tiger run, Will.
Yeah, and that was the case. Tejada's saying it was my fault, because his man came up and set a ball screen. He's used to being a wing, not a big guy, but he's playing the 4 right now, so he's not used to defending screens like that, and he gave no assistance at all, and that's what allowed Simpkins to turn the corner and get the and 1.
TK with his 6th field goal of the evening. He'll head to the stripe. 2 for 3 on the evening in the opening half. Last 3 games, 23-3 in terms of rebounds and assists per game. Knocks home the back end of the 3-point play. Phoenix back within 2. Williamson and Tark trying to navigate the pressure, and a 10-second call. Tark turned around and looked at the veteran official Roger Ayers as if to say, wait a second. And Roger Ayers looked at Tark and goes, you got to have the ball in your hand at the 10-second count across the timeline.
Yeah, and that was really close because, when there's 20 seconds showing on the shot clock, that means there's like 20.9 to 20.0. So I'm not sure that was a 10-second because it was still showing 20 seconds, which means there's actually more than 20 seconds left on the shot clock. You shouldn't get that call until it's at 19.
This is Harrell, top of the key to pay it off. Isaac can't get it to go. Braden Crump with the rebound, and Mbea with the personal. Caleb Mbea whistled for his 3rd. That'll be team 3rd. Good job that time by Crump to just sort of find his way to the spot and grab the offensive rebound.
Yeah, offensive rebounds have been such a key for Elon all season. That's, they've been at the top of the conference all year in offensive rebounds. They haven't shot the ball very well this season, Saturday notwithstanding, and tonight as well. They've been shooting it better, but they've been just chucking it and chasing it, as we call it. Just shoot it and then go get the rebound has been a great strategy so far for Elon.
Messiah Jones checks into the ball game, and Bea will have a seat. King on the inbounds. Crump the catch and shoot, knocks it home. Braden Crump's first field goal of the night and knots things up for the 8th time on the evening.
Shot that one confidently, didn't he? Coming off that screen. Here's another ball screen against the zone.
Williamson back to Tejada. King's got the job on him at the top of the zone. Tejada sends it downstairs. Jones the catch right in the middle, working against Van Komen. Can't get it to go. 22 bothered that one. King down the lane. Andrew hit the accelerator. Could not finish. King with the rebound. Jones with the rebound. And then Crump sticks a hand in to draw the personal. Braden whistled for his first. That'll be team 3rd, Will.
Yeah, and a lot more fouls this half. We only had 6 total fouls in the first half, 3 on each team. We've already got that many in the first 6 minutes of that second half.
Van Komen will have a seat. Sherry back in the lineup. Juan Simpkins sitting with his 3rd personal in the opening moments of the second half. His twin on the floor with King, Harrell, Sherry, and Crump. Tark moves it away to Tejada, now inside to Lowry. To Williamson for the 3 off of the right corner. Can't get it to go. Sherry fought for it. He and Tark will race for it going over the end line, and they will say last touch by the Phoenix. It'll be Towson basketball.
I don't think the Towson players realize it's their ball. They're all going out to half court.
That is a great job by our camera folks with Elon Sports Vision to show you the angle at the end line. Christian May back to the scorer's table. Pat Scarry keeps Christian May on the 2nd seat right next to one of his assistants. Missed on the triple. Jones on the rebound. Here's Tejada on the extra look and knocks it home.
Yeah, he's so good at that mid-range shot. That one dribble pull-up is money in the bank when he shoots it.
Tyler Tejada, his 2nd field goal of the half. He's got 16 for the ball game. Simpkins trying to flip it to King. Ball knocked away. Andrew on the recovery right in front of the Phoenix bench. And Mark Schnurr is going to get Dylan Williamson for sticking a hand in. Williamson whistled for his second. That'll be team fourth. May in, and Tejada will have a seat.
And May immediately goes and sticks himself right next to TK Simpkins.
Harrell on the inbounds, and the aforementioned native of Brooklyn will find it. Crump. Top of the key. This is Simpkins with it from Braden. Sends it to Sherry. Sam at the foul circle. Handoff given to Simpkins. Shot clock goes to 3, and he'll count it. Banks it in. Late night checking hours open at your local financial institution. Holy smoke.
That was a heck of a shot because he got hit pretty hard, too, coming off that screen.
Personal is going to be on Lowry for the contact. That one banks in, and then just for good measure, circles the cylinder a couple of times, Will.
Yeah, that was an incredible shot, about 30 feet away off the glass here. You'll be able to see the foul right here. Chance for a 4-point play.
Makai Lowry whistled for the personal, his first, team fifth.
When am I ever going to learn about the jinx? I'm sorry, TK, for the announcer jinx. I got to save it till after you shoot.
That's all right. Just in case you're wondering, knocked to the ground from 28 and banking it in, that will win you the big stuffed animal at the fair. This is Suleiman, baseline left side bucket good. Suleiman's got 9 on the night. Lead changes hands for the 9th time in the ball game. King in between the circles, looking for movement. Simpkins has got it. Sends it away to Harrell, now downstairs. Nice catch and could not finish. Harrell tried to slam it in off of the Sherry miss. Towson will push it front court. Tark sends it to Williamson, and Williamson loses it over the sideline right in front of the Tiger bench, Will.
Yeah, this is a really, for if you were a random third party that didn't really care who won this game, this is an entertaining game. It's going up and down the court. Both teams are playing pretty well offensively. It's physical, it's tough, it's entertaining if nothing else.
Phoenix, who have been over 80 in 2 of their last 3 ball games offensively, trying to crack the 50-point marker on this trip. King works it away to Sherry. Sam in the lane, lost a handle on it right between the wickets on Suleiman, and away come the Tigers. This is Hicks spinning in the lane. Tark flat-footed, top of the key for the triple. That's no good. Crump had a hand on it. Jones slaps it away, and King out of there with it. Spiro Marakis was right. Tark has got no thought about the jump shot. It is flat-footed. We're staying right here.
And it's going up, too. No hesitation.
Simpkins calls Sherry to him at the top. TK will fake taking the screen. Now go to the foul circle. Jumper no good. But Tark whistled for the personal, and Kai Simpkins will shoot free throws when we roll on. Tark's first personal becomes team 6. They don't look now, but down 1 in the ball club that leads the league in free throw shooting in CAA games is on the doorstep of the 1-and-1 opportunity for the rest of the night. Back we come to Schar Center. We send you to the Elon sideline, and Jack Marcus next. This is Elon basketball from Elon Sports Vision.
At McGurk's Pub, you'll feel the Philadelphia brotherly love in the food and atmosphere. Home to the tidal wave and the best cheesesteak south of Philly. McGurk's also has a local craft beer selection that pairs perfectly with our delicious nachos. Bring your friends and family to McGurk's, the best eats and atmosphere in Eli.
We all have our own way of getting business done. You know how to wow them. We know how to help turn your big ideas into reality.
Loved your plan to expand the business. Here's what I can do.
Atlantic Union Bank. Any way you bank.
Dear Triad, we see you driving by us every day, whether off to work or ready to play, heading over to a beautiful park, just in time for a fun family walk, or windows open, zipping around for quick bite with friends right downtown. Your Toyota takes you most everywhere, and we ensure you get there with the utmost of care. Oh, Triad, we sure love you dearly. Yours, most sincerely, Cox Toyota. Before you buy, give Cox a try.
Discover your gateway to the Elon experience with a stay at the Inn at Elon, a 4-star boutique hotel nestled in the heart of one of the nation's most beautiful campuses. Their mission, a stay with a purpose, ensures that 100% of profits from your stay and meals go directly to supporting student scholarships. Enjoy fine dining at the Mark, along with exceptional hospitality throughout your stay. Learn more and book your visit at theinnatelon.com.
We all have our own way of getting business done. You know how to wow them. We know how to help turn your big ideas into reality.
Loved your plan to expand the business. Here's what I can do.
Atlantic Union Bank. Any way you bank.
Phoenix trailed by 1 before the ball game. The man from out of Mechanicsburg, Jack Marcus, honored for joining the 1,000-point club with Elon basketball.
Taylor, you're absolutely right. Sam, the 26th player in school history to reach that mark on his first basket of the game last time out in Trask Coliseum down the road in Wilmington. The Mechanicsburg native crossed another milestone here today with 500 career rebounds. He's got 4 on the game. He needed 3. Taylor?
Jack, thanks so much. First guy to join the 1,000-point club since Hunter McIntosh did so. As TK Simpkins makes both free throws, Phoenix have retaken the lead on the 10th lead change of the night. Simpkins over 20 for a second consecutive ball game, 5th time on the year.
Yeah, and Sherry's a name we haven't called very much tonight. He's only 1 of 9 from the floor tonight, 0 for 4 from 3 with only 4 points. So Elon would sure love to get him going here in the last 10 minutes.
This is May. He'll push away to Sam in the lane on the left side. Can't get it to go, and it's Sherry with the rebound. Sam secures rebound number 6 on the evening. In front court come the Phoenix. Elon's largest lead on the night has been 5. Simpkins throws it wildly off the backboard. They'll go to the other end. May down the lane, and TK makes up for it on the rejection of Christian May. And just to boot Will over the end line, Elon basketball.
Great play there by TK. And as you see here in transition, went straight up and was able to block the shot. And then, like you said, able to knock it out of bounds off of Sam.
That is called wiping the air off the board, right?
It is. And one thing I just noticed, one of the guys on the end of the Towson bench is holding up a sign every possession that says 2 left, 3 right to remind their players with the Twins which one's right-handed and which one's left-handed.
You see everything at least once in this game, don't you?
I tell you what.
Tawan moves it away to Harrell. Now right back to Tawan. Shot clock goes to 7. This is Sherry. Catch and shoot. Baseline left side. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled away by Suleiman. Suleiman, long lead to May. He'll leave it for Tejada. Tejada got it stripped away. One of the steal leaders in the league. Trying to fly off of the alley-oop from his brother. Could not get it to go. Loose ball over the end line. And they'll say last touched by the Simpkins twins. It will be Towson basketball. But the guy who is 3rd in the conference in thefts almost put the exclamation point on that one.
He did, and both teams are probably shaking their heads. They've both missed transition opportunities here in the last couple minutes where they had numbers advantages and either a great defensive play or just a mistake on the offense prevented them from scoring.
Phoenix had missed their last 5, 6 of the last 7, and a second 10-second backcourt violation by the Tigers.
That zone pressure, again, we've talked about it all night. Again, don't want to kind of beat the same drum all night, but that's something that has been a big deal throughout this game. They've had multiple turnovers against it.
They're getting it to the cuffs, Will. They're getting it right to the timeline and then making the extra pass. Why not just move it forward?
That's a great question, TD. That's whenever you play against pressure, what you got to do is you got to attack it. If you're passive against it, that's when it's effective.
This is Harrell with it. Isaac on the curl, working off of the wing. Now needs some help. Ball slapped away. Suleiman on the recovery. They'll race it to the other end. Suleiman can't get it to go. Got his own rebound back, though, and he'll stick it back. Suleiman's got 11 on the night. Towson retakes the lead.
And Elon did such a good job in the first half. You know, they only had 4 turnovers in the first half. That's already their 7th here in the second half. We have almost 9 minutes still to go.
Tawan sends it away to Harrell. Harrell right back to Tawan. Simpkins to get on track offensively and does.
Big shot there by by Tawan. They needed that one. Great possession by Isaac Harrell, drawing the defense and pitching it to him for the assist.
He's got 12 on the night. The Twins, 36 of the 54 belong to the Brooklyn natives. Tejada now working against the Phoenix 2-3. Tejada will drive it, now leaves it inside, and Messiah Jones had it blocked away. Van Komen and Sherry in the neighborhood, and Roger Ayers will get the man from Lehigh, Utah for the foul. His first on the evening, and the 4th team foul, and Messiah Jones to the strike.
And we talked early in the game about penetration and how they'll still try to do it against the zone. You saw there Tejada driving past Isaac Harrell, forced Van Komen to come over and help, even against the zone, was able to drop it off to Jones and draw the foul.
Jones makes the first. Tejada will have a seat. Tark will check in. King will have a seat King will check in for the Phoenix, and TK Simpkins will have a seat.
Yeah, I imagine that'll be a quick breather here before the 8-minute media. I imagine we'll see him back in as soon as that timeout's over.
Jones ready on the free throw and knocks it home. Jones has got 4.5. 5.5, 7 for the ball game. Ball game knotted up for the 9th time on the evening. King. Harrell. Isaac's caught it on that curl wheel the last 3 times down offensively.
And Elon not really getting into much here offensively, down to 7 on the shot clock.
This is King going baseline. Lob, Van Komen, the catch and the finish.
That's the second time that I can remember saying that. Elon's not doing much offensively, and then Andrew King drives it and throws it up to Van Komen. So that seems to be their late shot clock action there. Have King penetrate and lob it up to the big fella.
Well, if you put it in the zip code of 7-4, sometimes the mail gets sent to the right place.
Just got to get it close, right?
Williamson for the 3 at the other end. Halfway down, spun out. Van Komen with the rebound. Matt's 5th on the evening. Does not have an offensive rebound yet to his credit. Came into the evening to 11th nationally in offensive rebounds per game. Simpkins to 1. Trying to flip to Van Komen. Matt wasn't expecting it. Threw it right through his hands. Park will go to the other end, driving in on Harrell. And he'll draw the contact. It'll send us to the media timeout. Isaac Harrell whistled for the personal. First on Harrell becomes the 5th on the Phoenix. Back we come to Charter Center. Elon leads Towson by 2. This is Elon basketball from Elon Sports Vision. Phoenix lead by 2. Matt Van Komen on the night, 6 points and 5 rebounds. Jack Marcus, he's also got a pair of blocks to his credit. That means block number 67 and 68. He is now 9 shy of 9th on the all-time list as the new single-season leader.
Taylor, you're absolutely right. The Phoenix have held the number 1 team in the conference to 54 points through 33 minutes, and the difference in this season's defense is what Coach Billy Taylor calls the ultimate rim protector in 7'4" Matthew Van Komen. Top 10 in total blocks and blocks per game nationally. And like you said, he beat Lucas Troutman's number 64 last game to become the single-season program leader.
Jack, thanks so much. Tark missing on the first one. The guy that was 3-time All-MEAC at Coppin State. Linda Tark will have a second opportunity on the 2-shot following the personal from Isaac Harrell, and Tark knocks it home. His first point of the night came in averaging 11.5 per ball game. Phoenix, though, continue to lead by the slimmest of margins. Simpkins, Sherry, Van Komen, and King starting 5 on the floor for Billy Taylor's ball club. TK the catch, Tark there defensively. Simpkins down the lane, stop, can't get through. Tawan top of the key for the triple. That's no good. And Tark will chase it down. Williamson brings it front court, loops it to Tejada, who will lay it in off of the baseline. Tyler Tejada, his 8th field goal of the night.
And a good job there by Mbea. Sealed off Matt Van Komen so he couldn't come over to block the shot.
13th lead change, Will, of the evening.
And it's clean a game as we saw in the first half. It's been pretty sloppy here in the second half. Elon's got 8 turnovers and Towson's got 7 here in the second half.
Simpkins calling Simpkins to him. Shot clock goes to 5. TK loops one to one. The catch cannot finish. And Tejada with the rebound. Front court comes the sophomore from out of Teaneck, New Jersey. Suleiman in the lane. Mbea had it blocked away by Van Komen. Off of Mbea. And the guy from the Democratic Republic of the Congo just simply looks skyward. In frustration, it'll be Elon basketball. And Caleb, I would tell you, 22 has made a few different people look skyward this year.
Yeah, he really cleans up a lot of mistakes defensively or a lot of great plays offensively. He can really, as that rim protector, really make up for a lot.
Phoenix have gone 2+ minutes, Will, without a point. 2:04 to be exact when this set starts.
Yeah, the offense has gotten a little bit stagnant the last couple possessions. A lot of passing around the perimeter.
King trying to loop one to Sherry and simply throws it right over the top of it. Phoenix had the matchup that they wanted, but Williamson had the taller guy on him and tried to lob it to Sherry over the top of Williamson.
Yeah, and yet another turnover. I mentioned it before. That's now the 9th turnover of the second half. Fortunately, at least that one was a dead ball turnover. Doesn't lead to any easy transition for Towson.
Phoenix have been outscored, Will, by 9 points off turnovers, 13-4.
Yeah, a lot of their turnovers, like I said, have been those like what I call pick 6 turnovers that lead to an easy basket in transition. You don't mind as much the ones that go out of bounds or illegal screens, something like that, where it's a dead ball.
Just 4 points on the 10 Towson turnovers. Williamson, Suleiman, Tejada, shot fake, dribble inside the arc, and Tyler Tejada will knock home the bucket.
That mid-range game, he's so good at that one dribble pull-up.
He's got 20 on the evening. 6th time he's got 20 on the season. Suleiman, by the way, is in double-figure rebounds for the first time on the year with 11.
Yeah, and you get the feeling this is a really big offensive possession here for Elon. Down 3, having trouble scoring. You don't want to let him get it into multiple possession deficit.
3 minutes even since their last point. Van Komen downstairs. What a fastball by Andrew King. And 7-4 will not only help you defensively, he'll help you offensively too.
That works. And, Towson's bigs, have been hedging out on all those screens. Caught him on the slip right there. Great pass by King.
Head coach Mike Kennedy across the way, and Walter C. Latham's got to like that from Andrew. That's the 3-2 fastball to Van Komen. Tejada calls Jones to him. He'll take the screen. Now Tejada trying to draw the contact and knocks home the triple.
Wow.
Tyler Tejada, arms extended not only in celebration of the triple, but maybe wanting to know where the call was at the other end. Excuse me. They'll say just a 2-point opportunity. And now Adam Fleur with the whistle. And he will get Tejada on the contact. It'll send us to the media timeout. And the sophomore from out of Teaneck, New Jersey, going to the bench, stops by for the conversation with Adam Fleur. Pat Scary's pointing at video boards in the end zones. And the veteran official Roger Ayers over for a word. Under 4 media timeout. Still one more left in the bonus 30 that becomes the full. Back we come to Schar Center with the Phoenix down 3. This is Elon basketball from Elon Sports Vision.
Great medicine and world-class athletics come together at Duke. The Urbanic Sports Science Institute leads this collaboration in treating all sports-related issues from injuries to improving performance. We pride ourselves on offering the best clinical care for all athletes, all ages, and all skill levels. To learn more, visit dukehealth.org or call 919-813-6860.
We all have our own way of getting business done. You know how to wow them. We know how to help turn your big ideas into reality.
Loved your plan to expand the business. Here's what I can do.
Atlantic Union Bank. Any way you bank.
At McGurk's Pub, you'll feel the Philadelphia brotherly love in the food and atmosphere. Home to the tidal wave and the best cheesesteak south of Philly. McGurk's also has a local craft beer selection that pairs perfectly with our delicious nachos. Bring your friends and family to McGurk's, the best eats and atmosphere in Eli. Alamance Community College invites you to step through our doors into a world of opportunity. It's the perfect place to find your key to success. Earn a 2-year degree at ACC through hands-on training in more than 40 careers. Go to the head of the class in today's technology-driven workplace. Want a 4-year degree? ACC can help you start your BA through university transfer. Earn your first 2 years of credits at a fraction of the cost. Click on alamancecc.edu to learn more.
We all have our own way of getting business done. You know how to wow them. We know how to help turn your big ideas into reality.
Loved your plan to expand the business. Here's what I can do.
Atlantic Union Bank. Any way you bank.
Just 4 games away from the regular season being in the books. And by my math, 15 nights away from the opening round of the 2025 Jersey Mike's CAA Men's Basketball Championship. March 7th through the 11th. Right now, Phoenix are slotted to begin their journey on Saturday night, March 8th. As the 6th seed, Juan Simpkins knocks home the free throw. Care First Arena. It is still the Entertainment and Sports Arena, just got a fresh new name about it. And so we'll see you from the nation's capital as Tawan makes both of the free throws as we come back from the under 4 media timeout. Phoenix snap would have been a scoring drought, almost 4 minutes in length. And 2 ball clubs that at times in the opening half, as Will told you, went 94 feet on the accelerator, have simply slowed this one down. This is Tejada for the 3, no good. Rebound, though, pulled away by Tark. Tark trying to feed it inside to Jones and throws it right in the hands of Tawan Simpkins. His 3rd steal of the night, Will. He's now got 44 for the year.
Yeah, and a big steal there. After Towson was able to get an offensive rebound, you worry about those second chance points.
Phoenix playing for the 14th lead change of the night. Simpkins with Tark there defensively. TK ready to go. Off of the left-hand dribble. He'll simply fire over the top of Christian May and good. Simpkins' 8th field goal of the night, his 3rd in the half, Will.
Big shot there. That's just pure shot making right there. 1-on-1, no screen, step back. Not much May could have done.
This is Tejada catching at the foul line in the heart of the zone. Williamson now trying to shake. TK reached in and slapped it away. Tejada will bother at the other end. Simpkins cannot get it to go, but he'll shoot free throws Off of the contact from Tejada.
Defense leading to offense there for Elon. Great job picking the pocket by Simpkins without fouling, able to get out in transition and draw two more free throws.
Second personal on Tejada, 8th team foul. And the guy who was preseason All-CAA and is trying to close on a flurry for the second straight year to the stripe and makes the first. Mentioned it earlier, Will. This was about the time last year when he got cranked up, especially in this building.
Yeah, nothing Coach Taylor and the rest of the crew would love to see more than continuation of that, up to 27 points already tonight after 32 last Saturday.
Simpkins knocks home the free throw. Remember that he broke the 30-point marker last year in the regular season finale against Monmouth. Here, he's put the Phoenix up 3 against the second longest active win streak in college basketball. The preseason favorite for the regular season title and the group that had the 2-game lead when the night got started. No good. Williamson missing for 3. Van Komen the rebound. Under 2 minutes left. King will bring in front court.
Elon will be very willing to spend the whole 35 seconds here.
King gives it up to Simpkins. Tawan back in between the circles, now ready to go. Simpkins down the lane. The runner off the window is good.
That's about a perfect possession as you can get. Spend the whole 30 seconds and end up with the basket as well.
Phoenix move it to match their largest lead of the night, Will, at 5, 66-61. Tejada in the lane. Cannot get it to go. Van Komen with a rebound. Towson has picked the wrong time right now to go a little bit chilly. Phoenix have hit 5 of their last 7 and 3 straight. An 8-0 Elon run over the last 2:35. Simpkins ready to go. TK, top of the key. He'll fire for the triple. No good. Crowd wants the contact. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, TK was looking for the foul. Coach Taylor looked at him and said, TK, not right now. Like, we don't want to get in worrying about the officials right now. We got the 5-point lead, 45 seconds to go. Now's not the time to be worried about that.
Remember, both ball clubs still have the 30 that becomes the full, and I believe, thought for a moment Pat Scarry was going to take it, but Roger Ayers and Adam Flory adjourned to the video replay, and the third member of this veteran crew on a Thursday night, Mark Sturover, for a visit with Will.
Yeah, so they're trying to make sure they have the right amount of time on the clock. Under 2 minutes to go, they stop the clock as soon as the shot clock expires. So they added, I think, maybe 1/10 of a second. Yep. It was at 45.9. Now it's at 46.0.
It'll be Towson basketball. It is King, Sherry, Simpkins, Van Komen for the Phoenix. It is Tejada, Williamson, May, Suleiman, and Jones for the Tigers. Tejada inbounds, Williamson right back to him.
Yeah, and if you're Elon, you want to make Towson take a long time here with the ball. Towson's trying to get into their action quickly.
Williamson has hit 4 triples on the night. May is the only other guy with multiple threes. Tejada will fire for the 3. No good, and Adam Floor will get Sherry for the contact about 22 feet away from the bucket, Will. And that will send Tejada to the free throw line for 3 shots.
And I don't know what Sam's complaining about. He grabs Tejada's left arm. You can see it right there. Clearly a foul. That's a rough play because that was going to be a tough shot with 29 seconds left.
Preseason All-CAA first team, Tyler Tejada makes the first one. Tejada with 22 on the night, now 2 for 3 from the stripe. Tigers on the evening, just 6 for 8 from the stripe. Tejada misses the next one.
Big miss.
We mentioned it earlier. Towson's won 6 of their 8 visits to campus. In the series history, they have won 4 straight overall. Their last 2 visits to this building, a grand total of 7 points separates them. And Tejada will make the free throw. Paid the full rim insurance that time, liability and everything. Front rim, back rim, several times and good.
All right, now shot clock's off, so obviously Towson's going to have to foul, but there is enough time. I would expect them to try to trap maybe once before they foul. They don't need to necessarily foul as soon on the catch. Maybe try to get a steal or a turnover.
Carroll on the inbounds. He'll get it to Tawan Simpkins. Tawan to Andrew King. King got to get it front court. Sends it away to TK. Long pass, and Tawan will gather. And then Tark will simply put a hand on it. Great job that time by TK to understand time and place, Will, and throw it over the timeline in time to beat the 10-second count.
Yeah, it was real close to being a 10-second call right there, and they got the ball to one of their better free throw shooters as well. You know, Tawan's a guy you feel comfortable with going to the free throw line, you know, over 80% on the season.
Not only over 80%, but getting ready for attempt number 5, which means 175 attempts on the year. He came into the night top 30 in the country in that number. Takes the free throw. Have another one coming. He also is now 16 shy of the top 10 in program history for a single season. That number just fascinates me. And Simpkins makes the second one. How it has taken 50-plus years between Larry Troutwine and Tawan Simpkins just fascinates me. 30-second timeout has been called for. Let's take it with them. Back we come. Phoenix in front by 5, trying to send the second longest active win streak in college basketball to the wayside. We'll have the finish next. This is Elon Basketball from Elon Sports Vision. Both ball clubs left their respective huddles early, and we're ready to go about 15 to 20 seconds early. This is Williamson firing for the triple. That's no good. Sherry on the deflection, and Tawan Simpkins will get fouled by Messiah Jones. And with 8.6 left, they'll walk it to the other end of the floor. And a ball club that won by 11 and snapped a 9-game win streak on Saturday night in Wilmington is coming close to letting a whole lot of teams back in the regular season race at the top of the conference standings.
They really are. And if you had told me a week ago today that that we were going to be in this situation with Elon having won last Saturday at Wilmington and then about to pull this off here, I'd have told you were crazy. I mean, they just lost at home to the team that had not won a game in the conference, and then to flip that around the way they have is a testament to Coach Taylor and his staff.
Phoenix, who came in second best margin of victory on the season at +5, have got it to 6. Simpkins on the miss on the back end of the free throw. Tejada will fire. That's no good. Matt Van Komen with the rebound, and that'll do her. The win streak had been at 12. It is no more. The Phoenix win for a 10th time on the year in this building. They win for a 17th time on the year in the regular season. And the Phoenix have won back-to-back ball games after coming into the night having dropped 3 of their last 4 and 5 of their last 7. And based on the updates that we've gotten involving the Hawks and the Huskies, the Phoenix for at least a night will put a stranglehold on the 6th seed in the conference tournament and the opportunity to potentially still be a part of that conversation in the logjam going 3 through 5.
Yeah, and every seed you can get in that conference tournament helps, right? It's the putting yourself in position. The only thing that really matters as you're trying to make the NCAA tournament is those 3-4 days in March. So Elon's putting himself in a good position moving into that conference tournament.
What a run for the Brooklyn natives. 60 points in the last 2 ball games, including 13 triples. He stands by with Jack Marcus. Jack?
TK, 60 points in the last 2 games. You love to get hot late in a season. What do these 2 big wins mean to your squad?
It just shows us what we could be in the CAA. It just shows how far we could go if we just stay together and just stick to the game plan. Obviously, we stuck to the game plan. We just played our hearts out. We just played our hearts out, man.
Played your hearts out for a full 40 minutes. What do you take this into your last 40 here in Char for the season on Saturday?
We just got to get it done for the home crowd. Just got to bring them back. More.
Thank you. Good game.
Jack, thanks so much. Our thanks to TK Simpkins for joining us. 28 points, 8 for 14 from the floor. He's made 19 field goals in the last 2 ball games, and Jack is standing with the 3rd-year head coach of the Phoenix.
Coach, snapping win streaks and starting one of your own against the number 2 and now number 1 team in the CAA. What did you guys do well out there to get that win?
I thought we kept our composure. Anytime you're playing a team of that level of Towson, Wilmington, you've got to be able to play through adversity, play through the ups and downs of the game. We had a lot of different guys step up, but TK Simpkins was obviously fantastic.
You talked about playing through adversity, playing with a little bit of desperation against these good squads. What do you take from these full 40 minutes into your last 40 here in Char?
Yeah, you know what? I just think we're playing the game the right way. We're sharing it. We're trying to play together. We're trying to get inside paint production along with, getting our guys making shots from the perimeter. So I love our composure right now. I love the way we're playing. Couldn't be more proud of these guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Taylor.
Jack, thanks so much. Phoenix with the victory. The Twins combined for 47 of the 69. TK with 28. Will that mean 60 in the last 2 ball games? And Tawan, 19, 4, and 3 on the night. The Phoenix make 9 triples. We talked about it earlier. 11 straight ball games. Towson had gone without giving up a double-digit triple. Phoenix got to it and got to it early this evening on the offensive end.
Yeah, they came out with a real aggressive mindset and that twinkle in their eye of confidence that they gained last Saturday. Guys like TK, guys like Isaac Harrell came out with that confidence and that mentality of scoring, and it showed.
Phoenix are victorious. Elon on the season moves to 17-11, 8-7 in league play. They'll be back in this building for the final time on Saturday night. Towson now at 18-10 and 13-2 on the season. The Tigers will be in Bowie's Creek on Saturday at 2 p.m. Our thanks to our outstanding crew. We told you about Patrick Cunningham throughout the evening. Ben Olmeyer, the director, he works with Philip Doherty in the technical director spot. Mia Zeppeli's been great this evening on graphics. Abby Selikoff on the scorebug. Anthony Eppolito and Nate Romano were able to capture fantastic moments on replay. Christina Madeo on the audio side. Jacob Blank, Daniel Towery, Anthony Bamford, Scott Katz, and Sam Landesman on the cameras. They've had a lot to get through during the evening. And of course, the guy that helps to bring it all together, the fantastic and outstanding John Spitznagel and our Elon Sports Vision team. Phoenix are victorious this evening by 6. As Jack mentioned with the head coach, they knock off the number 1 and number 2 ball clubs in back-to-back games, and they'll now try to further inject themselves into the conference race on Saturday night when they welcome in William and Mary, who had gotten out to such a hot start to the conference campaign. We'll see you tomorrow for baseball. Max Wallace joins me at 4 p.m. for Elon and Binghamton, and then a full weekend. Women's basketball tomorrow night, as well as baseball Saturday and Sunday, and we're with you for lacrosse at noon on Saturday and basketball on Saturday night. For Will Robertson and our entire crew, this is Taylor Durham. Locker Room Report on the Varsity Network app starts next. This is Elon Basketball from Elon Sports Vision.